edition of Stump the Idiot. Stump the Idiot is when KocoSports crew members answer questions from the internet infantry. And today we decided to do a show. I'm an American living in Japan. The only thing I have as now as a Thanksgiving tradition is on Facebook. I say Happy Thanksgiving to whoever's on chat. And LK's joining me because he's from the UK, and obviously Pilgrims never celebrate Thanksgiving, the original Pilgrims, you sons of guns. So let's not History Channel this up. LK, I want to say congratulations. Me and you are hosting the least watched show in probably years. Congratulations. Yeah, no one's going to watch. Hooray! But oh well, I had time before work. LK, he's European. He doesn't know what's going down at Thanksgiving. He's like Star Wars. You rebel scum. Yeah, so we got this question a lot on social media. What are we thankful for in pro wrestling? And me and Boom Boom did a show about that like 2-3 years ago. So the link will be down in a doobly-doo. So we're gonna. It's the holiday season. We are going to think of the ones that are way less fortunate than us. The WWE. I mean, we always, it's so wrong to always be thinking of ourselves. Let's think of the less fortunate like the WWE. But before we get into the first question, LK, introduce yourself. Say hello.
Hello. I'm LK. I'm from England, and we do not celebrate Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I'll take it first since I was more prepared. The WWE, what are they thankful for? Easily. What every struggling powerhouse in the world who's struggling is grateful for. Fake terrorism. The WWE, without a doubt, is thankful for the IWC. Because no one ever admits they're in the IWC. Everyone's in the business. And think about it. No matter what they put on, someone is going to be happy. Someone is going to be happy because they're like, ha, 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 ha. The IWC is angry. The IWC is angry. And here is proof. Al Snow and a couple people that pretend they're in the business sent this out. Please work. I only ask for one special effect a year on our holiday special. Please work, Google. All right, there you go. I don't know. Can you see that? All right, so This is the thing. Internet Wrestling Fan Logic, the IWC, and they're always talking about it. And it's stuff like this. This is what WWE is thankful for. There is a fake terrorist group you can blame anything on. And it's stuff like this. Internet Wrestling Fan Logic. They book the heel who I don't like to win. The WWE doesn't get it. They should book the heel that I do like. He would be a heel I could cheer for. The WWE just doesn't understand wrestling. No, they don't understand storytelling. All right, I'm raising my hand. You can't see it because I don't know how to take off this graphic. I'm an idiot. That's why we don't have special effects and graphic. I'm going to raise my hand. Excuse me. In the business. I'm not asking this as an IWC. I'm not even asking this as, a pro wrestling fan. This is just storytelling. Storytelling 101. What if there was a good guy we could cheer for? Good day, sir. Like, it is fucking crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And as long as this fake terrorist group, the IWC, exists, they'll have a loyal fan base. Because basically, who's in the IWC? Am I in the IWC? Because sure, why not? I'm probably in the business a hell of a lot more than you people that blame the IWC. So, who is in the IWC? Is there memberships? Is it you only talk on YouTube? Because I love how people on Reddit, they're like, oh, I write a snarky comment, but if you say a snarky comment on YouTube, you're bad. And I'm just like, I find it funny that a huge problem with wrestling is blaming fans. And then, we did a Monday Night Raw. We were having a lot of fun. And one fan's like, oh, well, you can't blame fans that blame fans. I'm like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're looking for the I gotcha moment. Here's the thing. When you run a business, you can't be like, well, our audience sucks. Oh, but I know. Let's fucking just say they're an IWC, and you're smart if you get it. So, we're thinking of less than fortunate. The WWE, without a doubt, on this Thanksgiving, is thankful for fake terrorist groups, the IWC. And if you want to have fun, kids, look at history when superpowers start dropping, how they all of a sudden have their own IWC to battle. All right, LK, you weren't ready. You didn't have a graphic. You're more unprepared. I was like, let me be the old wise man will see the questions before the young grasshopper sees them. What do you think WWE is thankful for?
Well, one thing they're not grateful for the ratings because they just keep going down and down every week.
Oh, according to a lot of reports, Vince doesn't care.
Boom's because obviously Boom's working TV and media. Yesterday on the NXT review, I said to him that because I put out every week on Raw, I always put the Raw TV ratings on ProWrestling.me. Well, basically, I put a tweet out, and then some guy says, "Why do you report that? It doesn't matter." And I'm thinking, so I said that to Booms, and Booms blows a freaking gasket. He's like, that is all that matters. And he's right. In the end of the day, the TV people, the advertisers, paid the TV network to pay WWE. The less viewership, that means the less money advertisers are going to pay the advertising company to pay them. It's just common sense. But, Vince doesn't care. And in my opinion, he only cares about the network. That was what the rumor was, is that he isn't more focused on the TV ratings, more cares about the network. But surely the more people that watch Raw, because it's a show that is building up to a pay-per-view on the network, surely the more people that watch Raw means the more people that will buy the network, or is that just insane logic, or am I just looking too far into that?
Well, and that's the thing. Do you honestly think... I want the WWE Network to succeed because I've made a large living off telling big corporations that they should make the WWE Network. I've been doing that since the 90s. I get paid by television networks flown in, and I'm like, oh, you should be doing what the WWE Network does. So it actually benefits me to have the WWE Network do good. With that said, no. The problem is they're going the entertainment route, and they're not getting that NASCAR money. They're not getting that advertisement money. And do you think you're really going to get that Netflix money? Netflix has everything. You just have pro wrestling. I mean, the NFL Network, why wouldn't they want to? You know what I mean? Think about it. You have to see it for what it really is. And I want the WWE Network to succeed. I really do. Because if not, a lot of rich people paid me a lot of money for fucking bullshit. That quote's not going to be used against me. But with that said, Netflix has almost everything. Hulu, for the love of Christ, has your content. You know what I mean? Yeah. How are you going to surpass that? And even that is Netflix. Oh, tip the hat. Congratulations on your success. They're not making NFL money. They're not the NFL Network, the NHL Network, MLB Network. And the problem is they're going to entertainment because it's an excuse. Sport fans are loyal. An entertainment fan goes, why do you watch if you don't enjoy it? A Rays fan goes, what the fuck do you mean, why do I watch? I'm a Rays fan. A Buccaneers fan goes, why the fuck do I watch? Because I'm a Bucks fan. What the fuck are you talking about? The biggest mistake is they had a point in the road where they go, do we go more sports or do we go more entertainment? They were intimidated by the UFC, and they went more entertainment, and it cost them a lot of money. And the WWE Network should have been out a long time ago. That was Shane McMahon's idea. Remember when ECW reappeared with the one-night stands? That's when the network should have launched. Shane McMahon had everything lined up. But no, you had to wait 10, 20 years to be fucking way behind the ball. So groundbreaking. I've had more anyway, so groundbreaking. And the thing is, they're fucking wrong. They're wrong at everything. But here's the thing. As long as they have that fake terrorist group, it doesn't matter. And I don't see them making as much money on the network as the pay-per-views and TV things because they don't have everything. I'm a huge WWE fan. I don't watch much television. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. I buy New Japan World. I buy WWE Network. I have the Lightning package. Some years I buy the Bucks and the Rays package, just depending on how much free time I have. This year I didn't have a lot of free time, so I don't have it. So I buy sports packets. But if you asked me, like, oh, what would you invest your money in? What would you think is going to do? And Netflix by a mile. Is WWE going to get more entertainment? I have no idea. But I think it's just they are making up excuses. And when you start making up excuse after excuse after excuse, you have to go with the propaganda. Once again, WWE is thankful for the IWC. All right, we got a couple comments here. What is TNA thankful for? I'll let you go first. And the reason I'm going to let you go first is, in Japan, I'm American that lives in Japan. And, it's not, TNA is kind of like, eh. I mean, most fans in Japan think TNA is just like the SmackDown of WWE. And in America, even Eric Young said they're the Nickelback of pro wrestling, which I don't know much about music, but I know enough by internet jokes that that's not a compliment.
No.
But here's the thing. What is TNA thankful for? And the reason you're going first is because you UK fuckers love it. Like, I'll meet a British guy and be like, I don't watch wrestling. Like, oh, you love it. You love it. I've asked 2 British people, and I've read the internet. They all say they love it. That's like 3 sources, sir. I'm running with the story. UK loves it.
Ratings suggest otherwise. I checked every now and then, just to keep an eye on the television ratings in the UK. For some reason, I'm really fascinated by the TV ratings. Like, even the soaps, even if I don't follow them, I always like to see what the competitors are doing and then seeing how it all works out anyway. I checked the TNA TV ratings. It was like 170,000 people. Like, and then apparently, like, because of the Twitter social media, obviously, because of the Twitter, it's like, oh, I'm a TNA fan, big in the UK. No, it's not. It's just 170,000 people who watch it every single week, are loyal as fuck, and go to the shows. Okay, it's not TNA's massive in the UK. Even though...
Well, here's the thing. For TNA standards, that is massive.
But what's better about this is every single person who owns a television has access to that channel, and they're only getting 170,000 views. Only 170,000. That's how pissed they give the pay-per-views away.
All right, this is Thanksgiving. This ain't Defend UK Day, sir. All right. Christopher Columbus came over like a saint and gave presents to Native Americans by keep calling them Indians. Now listen, sir. Let's focus on the thing. What is TNA thankful for?
Pop TV, maybe saving their ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Probably Rude for being loyal. Kurt Angle for sticking when he should have left 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, he made an announcement that this is going to be his last year in Impact Wrestling. And everyone's like, his last year in pro wrestling. I'm like, that's not what he said.
Yeah,
that's not what he said. I don't know. I love Kurt Angle. I do. I at one time in my life, his life, I thought Kurt Angle was the best in the business, hands down. He's dropped a step or 2 or can't walk a straight line anymore. That's a DUI joke, just in case you missed it. But he's still one of the greats. I know what I think TNA is thankful for, besides, Pop TV saving her ass. That was a good answer. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. I think they're thankful for WWE fans who hate WWE but are too lazy to check out other alternatives.
Ring of Honor Lucha.
I honestly do, and I'm a bit lazy when it comes out to alternatives. I'm gonna come out of the closet, so to speak. I mean, coming here to confess. I've been really busy in life, and I have not been watching as much wrestling. This is probably the least amount of wrestling I've been watching in November. Yeah, November has definitely hit me hard. But November is probably the least amount of wrestling I've ever watched in my life. And I don't know where I was going with that. But even that, I still check out other alternatives. And there's alternatives that I wish I could check out that I just don't have time to. PWG is the top of the list. I'm going to have to do a PWG review one day. It's so embarrassing. Because at first, I was like, oh, PWG, I'll check it out one day. And then everyone's like, it's the greatest fucking thing ever. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I got Ring of Honor. I got New Japan. I got Lucha Underground. And like, you got to check out the Gorilla. I'm like, all right, I'll check out the Gorilla. Anyway, I don't think no one calls it the Gorilla. I hope people do. I hope that's like slang.
Speaking of a company who's losing out, they need their own gimmick, like online. Like, you should be able to buy the shows on demand, not DVDs. Because I'm going to be honest, by the time the new DVDs come out, they've already got a new show. So what they need to do is an on-demand service. Just imagine how much money they would make from iPay-per-views. Like, I'm being deadly serious. How much freaking money they would make from live iPay-per-views. It'll be out of this world. I would happily pay 15, 20 bucks, as you American calls it, to watch an IWGP fucking hell, a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show live. Like, if I pay it to watch Ring of Honor live, I'll fucking pay to watch Pro Wrestling Guerrilla live.
I probably would. My thing is, though, and I don't know if it's just me, spending habits. I am so quick to buy a channel way before I pay-per-view. Like if you're like, here's $10, like I will buy a channel and not watch it. You know what I mean? You're like, here's one pay-per-view, or you can get everything for $10. I'll pay for everything for $10 and then be like, you know what? I haven't watched this in a fucking really long time, but it's only $10. The option's still there. Like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. But yeah. All right, so I have to check out PWG. So that's what TNA's thankful for. All right, so that's the main topic question. You can live tweet us. I didn't expect to get any views. We got a couple of views and a couple of comments. You guys are awesome. I just want to know if you're one of the few people watching this show right now. I just hope that it's bringing you just a bit of joy while your family is just destroying stuff. Like, I love my family. I'm going to put quotes, family, because, you know, I'm a bastard child. But I love my family so much more now that I live on the other side of the world and never talk to them. Well, like, if you ask me, like, oh, how do you like your family? They're fucking wonderful. When's the last time you spoke to them? 6 months ago. Good people, I tell you. But having all your family there at one time, I just hope that we're bringing you a little bit of joy. Tips. Talk about ratings. The least rated show, LK. We're gonna break it. I don't know. All right, let's go to a couple comments, and then we'll go to some live comments, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up, and I'll head off to work. The life of living in Japan. Hook and shoot. World famous Hook and shoot. He sent us like a YouTube private message. I don't know how the hell that goes, but I miss Hook and shoot. Hook and shoot was like, he was a high-ranking member of the Internet Infantry, and then just retired. He's just like, I'm going home. I don't need to be on the internet talking wrestling anymore. I got a girlfriend and a family to take care of. I don't know if any of that's true, but I'd like to believe it.
I got the headphones.
Hook and Shoot says, hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. Always nice to see you, Boom Boom. Good call. Good call on that. Good call. I'm glad we didn't edit that one. It's good and nice to see you, Boom Boom. Boom Boom's too busy spending time with his family and eating turkey and getting laid and having a life. And I can't stop. Once you start the quote, you can't stop. And as well, LK, motherfucker. Motherfucker. There better be Koco's awesome next. Nope. Hey, I was thinking about this one the other day. Wouldn't it be cool if they gave Heath Slater a push as Intercontinental Champion and made his manager Honky Tonk Man? I don't know, just a thought.
We had that yesterday, that same quote yesterday on the NXT review we did.
So that's why he left me out. I am officially now like a high school drama queen who just lost the what do they call him? Prom queen. I just lost the prom queen. Be like, oh, I understand. Now I know why he left me out of the comment. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Man, Hook and Shoot. Hook and Shoot's like, yeah, I didn't leave comments and fucking Koco wasn't there. Yeah, we get that often. Anyway, what were you saying? Okay.
No, yesterday me and Booms answered the question. We thought it'd be a good idea, but it won't happen because Honky Tonk Man's what I don't want to be harsh because obviously respect Honky Tonk Man, one of the greatest IC champs of all time. But look, have you seen him recently? Like, bro, I don't want him anywhere near a TV screen, let alone a fucking Monday Night Raw live. No, please, no.
I don't know. I think there would be some nostalgia pop. I think it would be good for what's his name. I still to this day.
See, I'm sorry to cut you off there, but
yeah, go ahead.
You say nostalgia pop. I remember the moment where Jake Roberts came back, early 2014, with the Punk and the Shield in the ring. I remember going absolutely batshit crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? The crowd's dead. It was old school Raw, and the crowd didn't know who he was. So do you really think they'll be
that is true? I was just being nice. It's the holidays, bro. It's the holidays. Honky Tonk Man could be listening right now. A Honky Tonk Man could be one of the viewers going, man, my fucking family sucks. And I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, yeah, fucking Honky Tonk Man. Yeah, fucking that'd be great. And you're like, fuck the Honky Tonk Man. And he's just sitting there with his iPad, Lawler and Aldhummer in the back throwing turkey, and he just has one tear rolling down his eye.
And I think also, just because we're on the point of the crowd, the reason why the crowds, I think, in my opinion, are dead at towns like Nashville, I think it's just the family going for a family day out for the entertainment value rather than wrestling fans going to watch wrestling shows because the wrestling fans don't want to watch Raw because they know it's shit.
Yeah, I heard when you run a business like the circus, that does well on television ratings. I mean, all the big circuses have great fucking weekly television shows.
Exactly.
Oh man, dude, have you ever been to a circus as an adult, as like remembering? Because as a kid, you just picture the circus as like the way Dumbo represents it in Disney. Have you been to a circus as like a functional adult? Pretend I said that right.
Yeah. Where I am, there's one circus, but it's a real shit one, so we don't go to it.
I think they're all shit, bro. But anyway, if you go to a circus, the only thing that fucking I learned from circus and carnivals is, dude, how fucking scummy and scammy people are. I mean, if you are a wrestling promoter and you want to learn about scumbag fucking tricky tactics, the circus has mastered it. Speaking about being in the biz, you got to fucking check out the circus. They're at a whole nother level of working people over. All right. Let's see. Midnight Wrestling at I Am the Moon. And he's like one of the few guys that leave comments on Koco Plays. What I'm thankful for is the Internet Infantry members that subscribe to Koco Plays. Oh, that's a disaster. And not only that, but it's a public disaster. Have you ever embarrassed yourself online? Okay, like, speaking of that. All right, it says, hey, Dave, finally, the moon has fucking respect. The moon has some goddamn respect. He's not going around fucking asking for Boom Boom and LK. He's coming straight to the fucking boss man, the penguin himself. I've been watching a lot of Gotham. How fucking great is that show? I just saw the season premiere of season 2, so no spoilers. Hey, Dave, video subject for you. All right, well, maybe a whole video. I love you, Mr. Moon, but I don't know if this, you're just getting a stumped idiot. I have some great topics. I don't know if this is a whole video. Mr. the Moon, I love the fact that you showed me some respect, but a whole video on this topic? Nah, let's go with a stump the idiot question.
You're wondering why people don't want to talk to you in the comments on the questions, and you just bury them for leaving comments.
I know, and I love the Moon. He's the only fucking one that watches Koco Plays. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have I'll make it up to you, the Moon. I will give you you can ask me any questions you want, and it'll be a direct Koco Plays. It'll be like a private podcast. It's like a membership area that you don't have to pay for. Just no one wants it. All right. All right. Is Cena's clear contempt for wrestling and its fans the result of him not growing up a fan? A little bit. A little bit. I mean, he does have that one picture from fucking the 3rd grade of him drawing a belt. But I think it's also he didn't work on the indies. He had everything handed to him. And, when everyone tells you you're great, and then there's a loud majority. There's a loud minority. Yeah, of course it is. But it's a loud majority outside of San Antonio. Like, San Antonio is the only fucking. If I was John Cena, I'd buy a house in San Antonio. They'd be like, I just picture. I haven't been to San Antonio in years, but I just picture people wearing Tim Duncan shirts, John Cena hats, chain gang going dun 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 dun. I love me some John Cena. That's it. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I picture every person in San Antonio. I think it's just. When you're told you're great at something and the masses don't agree with you, you start fucking hating them. And you start hating fucking pro wrestling. Even Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio gave him a compliment. I know what I love about Bret Hart and Rey Mysterio. They'll give you a compliment while throwing you completely under the bus. Rey Mysterio, paraphrasing here, goes, oh, John Cena's a good wrestler when he wants to be. I'm paraphrasing. That's not the exact quote, but that's what it basically said. And I've been saying it forever. Either John Cena's a good wrestler or a horrible person or a good person who can't wrestle. He's not. You can't. You have to decide. There's no other options. No, I just think he was handed everything, and he was told he was fucking great. And when you're handed everything, told you were great, it's easier to act like fucking old man with zombie fucking Del Rio. You're a hater. You're a hater. You're a hater. I just, no, it's just, he was handed everything. I mean, I've even talked to John Cena in person. Oh, no, how did that happen? And his exact quote is, well, what else am I supposed to do? Say no to everything? And I was just like, you're just not a good person, are you? And, yeah, so, no, John Cena, no, he didn't. He's not a bully. There's some people that will slap the fucking piss out of you in WWE. John Cena's not one of them. He'll break a black man's arm, but he won't smack the piss out of me. But that's up to John Cena to decide. But no, basically he's just like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, well, you can put on a good show and have pride in your craft. Actually, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. I did not say that. But if I had a fucking time machine and went back, like, and the thing is, I was just like, dude, why can't you? I forget. Yeah, I basically called him out on it. Like, dude, you know, why the fuck can't you fucking do this? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, what else am I supposed to do? They fucking handed it to me, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of, if I can let it go, but I regret it. Like, I regret it. Like, I fucking went home, like, 3 nights later, woke up, and like, why didn't I have a follow-up question? I'm just as bad as all the other podcasters. Now, granted, this wasn't on the air. This was in a fucking cheap-ass bar. But still, why didn't I have a follow-up question? It haunted me ever since. So, there you go. Do you think it's because he's not a fan? What do you think is clear contempt for wrestling?
I guess there is when you look at someone, you can really see if they're passionate, and you can see if they've been a fan for a very long time. And I could see that as a point, but again, the point you made is also, it just depends what your point of view is, depending what mood I'm in. If I'm in a good mood, I'll say, yeah, that guy's point is right. I forgot the name, sorry. And if it's Mr. At the Moon, if I'm right, his point is right. And then if I'm in a bad mood, I'll say, yeah, yours is right. So it just depends what mood I'm in. Yeah.
Either way, hopefully fucking he takes off pretending to be a Marine on television instead of wrestling. All right, at Oscino, Osinio? I don't know, but that's what we're going to call it. Osinio_fly on Twitter says, I'm no expert, but I would consider Reigns most improved wrestler 2015. Your thoughts? Hashtag stump the idiot. I don't know. Who's really improved? Like, I think he wins the award by default. I mean, he already won Slammy Superstar of the Year without doing anything. I don't know.
Is this just in WWE, or can this be anywhere?
I don't know. Let's reread the question. I would consider Reigns most improved wrestler. He said in 2015, so I guess it's open up to anything. And if you open up to anything, no, not at all.
Well,
not at all. Because, I mean,
period.
I don't know. If you go kayfabe-wise and busting on the scene-wise, Pentagon Jr. He basically held Chavo Guerrero's balls to become one of the greatest goddamn stories told on air. You know, and it depends what you go as most improved. Wrestling-wise, no. There's a lot of people that improved wrestling-wise. Let's just do WWE. Has anyone really fucking improved? I don't know. I'm going to say yes by default. I don't know. But no, wrestling-wise, kayfabe-wise, storyline-wise, breaking on the scene-wise, no. Wrestling-wise, though, I wonder who. Because, like, The Miz really improved that one year. You know, I think The Miz, I know The Miz is hitting hard times now, but I honestly think The Miz is the most improved wrestler of all time. From where he started to where he main evented it, you know, I thought he was the most improved of all time. And a lot of people are like, oh, Miz ain't that good. That's not the point. You forget how bad that motherfucker really was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say in WWE, yes, by default. But it's one of those things, if someone throws up another candidate, I'll probably vote for the other guy. You know? Can you think of anyone in WWE that's improved more than Roman Reigns? I mean, because did Roman Reigns really improve? Or is it just WWE unfucked him as much? I mean, he really improved during his time from FCW and The Shield. But that doesn't count in 2015.
just depends how you class that, because you can improve your in-ring work, you can improve your mic work, you can improve as in connecting with the crowd. Because I mean, Cesaro is really improved when it comes to connecting with the crowd. So it just depends on how you look at it as improving. Like that's kind of a hard little topic because you can break it off into lots of subtopics. It's nothing against the question. Obviously, it's just that's kind of it's worded well, but there's so many branches like improved. If you get what I mean, there was no specifically how they improved. Like was it mic? As overall, his mic work is still shit. His in-ring psychology is embarrassing to every great wrestler who's used in-ring psychology in the past. His promo skills, they're
I know what it is. I'll give him this. I think he has improved hiding his weaknesses. But then you have to give WWE a little bit of credit for that. And I don't know if I'm willing to do that on a Thanksgiving episode. All right. Oh, crap. Hey, can you do me a favor for the next question? Can you Google search the 8 NXT rookies from Season 1? Just Season 1 NXT rookies. Can you do that while I read the next question?
I got them in my head. I have them in my head.
Holy shit, that's what a memory is like. All right, well, then you really list them off. List them off, mister. I don't have concussions. This has got to be, hey, this might be the least watched show in our lineup, but it's definitely record-breaking for quotes. I can't stop. I can't fucking stop.
Right, so start off with least memorable.
You got them in your head. You don't have to use Google search. Whoa, mister, I don't have concussions. I just told the same joke twice. There's a concussion joke there somewhere. Jose Acosta. I hope I didn't slaughter that too much. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. I doubt there's Acosta family. Anyway, how would you rank the success of the 8 NXT rookies from Season 1, with the best being Daniel Bryan, and the worst being Tarver? Yeah, the black guy that Cena's arm broke. Yeah, someone needs to interview Tarver in one of these shows that have guests. I just fucking, dude, I hate having guests. I never shut the fuck up. I'm an asshole. I'm a horrible interviewer, as LK will tell you. All right, LK, start listing them off. Daniel Bryan, greatest fucking NXT career from Season 1 ever.
So we got Michael Tarver. Obviously, there's
Florida Underground and, shows that fucking racism's well and alive in WWE. Congratulations. I want people, because I've heard the story, but I don't want to repeat the story because, like, what if he's like, oh, anyway, because if it's not on air, I feel like, okay, that's off limits. Unless you're John Cena. Fuck you. But everything else. But yeah, I would love to see one of these guys who, try to get people to interview the Tarver story. Maybe someone has. It's a very interesting story. But yeah, Tarver is probably the worst. But hey, he wrestles Florida Underground. Hopefully he gets on ACW and WN and all that. Not a bad gentleman for the short few minutes I met him. Go ahead.
Skip Sheffield, a.k.a. Ryback.
Yeah, he had a really good career. Yeah. I mean, he still has a lot of weaknesses, and he still has potential to be a huge superstar. So, I mean, I guess we're going off star power, and we're going off careers, right? We're not going off in ring, right? Because, oh, God, we go off in ring. But I don't know. Ryback, when he's not fucking retarded on Twitter, and he hides his weaknesses, I like Ryback. As long as he realizes, like, what his weaknesses are and hide them, I think he could be a huge star. But yeah, Ryback had a really successful career. So yeah, all right, we're ranking him. So I guess he'd be number 2. All right, next.
Darren Young.
He's in the middle of the pack, I don't know. I don't hate Darren Young. I don't like Darren Young. He's just like, he's the ultimate average guy. If you're like, who's the average wrestler? You're like, Darren Young. Like, oh, WWE wrestler. Let's not get fucking carried away.
Superstar. WWE superstar. They're not wrestlers, Dave.
Oh yeah, I do apologize to our overlord, fucking Vince McMahon.
And it's sports entertainment, if you don't mind. We're not talking about you're a fan of professional wrestling. That's what his dad did, Dave. That's what his dad did, okay? Jesus, you got to change with the times.
All right, next guy. Completely. Matter of fact, that should be the WWE challenge. You should, the WWE 2K games, which I don't play because I don't have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox or, fucking kids. Anyway, I got a Wii U.
Heath Slater.
Thank Terry Funk for Mario Maker. But yeah, I think someone should be fucking, I don't remember his name. Who was the completely average guy that hangs out with Titus O'Neil?
Darren Young.
Darren Young. I think you should be Darren Young and take him to the championship. You know what I mean? Like that should be your quest. That's your WWE 2K challenge from, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Next.
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater. I don't know if I talked about this, but I wanted to. Getting rid of 3MB was the dumbest fucking thing ever. It's just the fucking dumbest thing ever. Guys that don't have to win, that get over with a comedy gimmick. What? To this day, where's the internet on this one? We need to know why the fuck would they ever? They were just pure gold. They never had a win, and they were over. 3MB for life, motherfuckers. 3MB for life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poor guy. He's just stuck. He could have been like one of the greatest comedy jobbers of all time. And now he's just I would say jobber, but that's not fair to a lot of legendary jobbers. He's just Heath Slater.
Are you ready for the big one now? Are you ready for the big one?
All right, let's go. It's the big one. This sounds like an interesting season. I'm going to have to go back on the WWE Network and check it out.
David Otunga.
You know what? You think I would fucking shit on him. I know, you were excited. You're like, dude, he's going to fucking shit on him. I'm going to throw a curveball. He made the most out of having absolutely nothing that anyone has ever done in their life. He makes Eva Marie look like a fucking decent human being. He literally had nothing. He had zero going for him. He's banging or married, or I don't know the situation, to a celebrity. He went to Harvard, and he's accomplished nothing in his life, and he has so much to show for it. No, like, if you're a piece of shit that just wants to make it in life, like, I would, if David Otunga, when you hit hard times, if you have one of those ebook courses or one of those fucking membership areas, how to become a better person, and you titled it the David Otunga course, how to accomplish everything with nothing, I would buy it. I'd be like, here's my fucking $80. I'm fucking you had me at hello. Here's my $80. David Otunga is the ultimate American dream. Rest in peace, Dusty. He's the ultimate American dream. He has no fucking skills or talent whatsoever. And he's living the life with the 1%ers. You know, as a pro wrestler, completely worthless. Or a sports entertainer, completely worthless. But with having no talent whatsoever and making something of yourself. As a guy with no talent, I have to bow down and just respect it. Congratulations, sir. He's number one. Daniel Bryan needed talent. Ryback had to fucking hide his weaknesses. Fucking here comes fucking David Otunga. Be like, I ain't wrestling. I have all my weaknesses out in the open. And bitch, I'm rich. Bravo. Oh, bravo. And I bet you he got into fucking Harvard for free. That is the ultimate hustler. That is the ultimate dream. Congratulations. Right now, it's Thanksgiving, you might be a little depressed. You might look yourself in the mirror and be like, I have no talent. Been there. But tell yourself, I could be the next David Otunga. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, I could be the next David Otunga. Number one. Number one at life and number one in my heart. You didn't see that one coming. You did not see that one coming. He accomplished so much with nothing. With nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Justin Gabriel, PJ Black in the Indies now.
Yeah, I guess you could say it was kind of disappointing WWE run.
He needs to go to Dragon Gate. He needs a quick stint in Dragon Gate, I reckon.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I think it's just a sad story, and because he's so good wrestler, but like nothing kind of happened to him. Oh, Wade Barrett. I mean, I don't know. I'd put him probably right below Ryback. I'd put him above the average guy. Like I'd rank it there because I don't know. Like seriously, we joke around about we should have a company that just gives dudes hugs when their careers are over. Fucking dude, Wade Barrett would be the first person I'd give a hug to. Like, how fucking unfair is life? Like, really, Wade Barrett, if you're thinking about killing yourself for the holiday season, please hit me up on Gmail. I'll talk to you. Dude, there's no way you should kill yourself. I mean, you're justifiable in thinking that way. But no, there's so much you could be doing. Like, dude, just how horrible. Like, if David Otunga, not David Otunga, I got David Otunga on the mind. If Wade Barrett, that's the king of the ring, right? Fucking cares. David Otunga's the real motherfucking king around here. Wade Barrett, like, if he goes to work happy, I don't know how. Just congratulations. You know what I mean? Like, if I keep saying David Otunga, if Wade Barrett is happy with his life, I have no idea how. He's way more talented. He's way more deserving. Like, if Wade Barrett was just one of the chosen ones, he would be champion right now. Like, Wade Barrett is where he is in his career because he doesn't kiss enough ass. And it's just sad. But, like, if I was Wade Barrett, I would just fucking... I would definitely just... I don't know. I don't know how I would get out of bed. I would just crawl up in my bed and cry myself for the rest of my fucking life. Because unlike David Otunga, Wade Barrett has talent. You know what I mean? Can you imagine being talented and just seeing piece of shit after piece of shit? You have the looks, you're talented, you can wrestle that style, you have a country behind you, and then you just be like, all right, I guess Sheamus is getting a shot. Oh, Roman Reigns, of course. But, you know, because, like, you know, people like Samoa Joe, Dean Ambrose, yeah, it's their fault for being too good of a wrestler. That's their fault. That's on them. But Wade Barrett didn't. He's like, I'm never going to be that good. He's like, I'm just WWE good. You know? And it's just like, it just sucks. Because, you know, if you're Prince Devitt, you're like, oh, well, I'm a good wrestler. This is on me. You know what I mean? This is my fault. Obviously. But Wade Barrett's not that good. I mean, he's better than most, but he's WWE main eventer good. And he's just like, come on, man. I'm not fucking trying that hard in the ring. Why the fuck not me? But, like, dude, Wade Barrett has done everything right. And just know, Wade Barrett, I would give you a hug. That's it. I would just fucking give you a hug and be like, dude, bro, it's going to be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. Like, as I'm hugging him, I'm like telling him next time, it's not going to be okay. Or
to be fair, it could be worse. It could be
Real,
worse.
how?
I mean,
how could it be worse?
He could not be on Raw on a week-to-week basis. He might not be on SmackDown.
Yes, but you still get paid. Then you're David Otunga.
Ah, that's true. That's true. He should
This
just do that.
This motherfucker goes out, has to put everyone goddamn over, and then see people that are just like him fucking getting pushed to the moon because they were the chosen ones. No, it's
you know what Barrett
way
should do?
worse.
Barrett should just, like, maybe injure himself on purpose so that he can go on the pre-show.
Oh, he's already done it like 7 fucking times. Have you not been following his career? That's what Sheamus does, allegedly. Yeah. There's a rumor that our champion faked an injury for like 6 months because he's lazy. Fucking unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you're like, oh, I'd fake an injury. Well, fucking what? That's been Wade Barrett's goddamn career, allegedly.
That might be why he isn't getting over. Maybe he's too injury prone, like Christian. Christian never had that big break in WWE because he got injured every 5 weeks.
Really? That's still propaganda.
Yeah.
WWE didn't give him his big break because he wasn't Edge. And then when he got the title, Edge fucking literally fucked him in the ass nationwide. Edge, here's a question for you, Hall of Famer. Remember when you said, don't be mad Christian didn't win the title when the fans were behind him? You said, let it play out? How long are we supposed to let this one play out? You tell me, Edge. Are we still waiting? How's this storyline going to pan out? Do go on.
Christian's going to win the Rumble.
You had WWE's back. You had WWE's back when your best friend had the fan base behind him. How did it pan out? Edge, how did it pan out? Well, what happened to Christian? Does he win the title and he gets a respectable title run as a heel? Well, what happened, Edge? What happened? You came on and you said, hey, listen, fans, get behind Christian. Calm your jets. And you're like, wow, we trust Edge. Him and Christian were best fucking friends. There's no way he'd betray him. He said, just let it play out. And we're like, oh, boy, when WWE says let it play out, it's always a big present at the end. What happened? How long are we supposed to wait? Is Christian's kid going to be the one that gets his title run? Who the fuck? What are we waiting for? Edge, what are we waiting for? Happy Thanksgiving. I hope Edge and Christian are sitting next to each other watching this podcast.
That awkward moment when Christian looks at him saying, Edge.
You said everything was going to be fine. Just give it time. Oh, man, I was excited. Hulk Hogan followed us, but it wasn't the real Hulk Hogan.
Oh, dude, that's even sad. Like, what goes through your mind to think, okay, I'm like, what do you do in your spare time? I'm fake Randy Orton on Twitter, and my Twitter bio is, if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, you get me, Randy Orton. I had to get it in there. I got it in there.
That would be the greatest thing ever. And dude, people leave in comments. I don't know how people leave in comments, but they're awesome. All right, let's see. Boom! The J-Rock Freak has subscribed to Koco Plays. You know what? This might be the lowest rated show in our channel history, but that's okay, because the J-Rock Freak just subscribed to Koco Plays, and that's what it's all about. And Ray Mastani just subscribed to Koco Plays. We're gonna get 60 subscribers by the end of the month. Don't mock me, okay? This is important to me, okay? I am failing miserably. Like I am that girl that like wants to do a new career but is failing miserably, but you still have to be like, yeah, I know your Let's Play channel is failing miserably, but I know deep down inside it's a passion of yours. You should go for it. Not okay. Okay, it's like Koco's failing. Worst. All right, and Bullet Club Biggs, the verbal assassin in the cut, that's a scary sight, says, I'm thankful for WWE, even though they can be stubborn. I'm grateful for Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling for being excellent alternatives. And I'm also grateful for cute Japanese pop-up girls. And then it gets cut off because we can't see the full thing. But, yeah. Our audience is, I honestly believe, our audience is 50% of people that accidentally came here thinking they were going to watch Combat TV in the channel, 25% that have a sick sense of humor, and the other 25% is, that ugly fuck got a Japanese girl? How do I get a Japanese girl? And that is the KocoSports audience, folks. All right. At Joe O'Hare Comedy liked us and tweeted us. Much love. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. At CM Booth 27 says, same to you about Thanksgiving. May the bookings be in your favor. Ha! Yeah. You know what? I understand why people copyright sayings now. I've been noticing there's a lot more of my slogans being said on other podcasts with nice graphics. And I'm not jealous, but you should give like a wink and a nod. It's like, hey guys, I have shiny graphics, and I'm gonna say what Dave Koco says without stuttering. To the top of the list. Like, you know, I don't even need you. I just need to, like, I stole that one from you, Dave Koco, and I'd appreciate it. You son of a guns. Anyway, I'm about to have a breakdown on Thanksgiving special. Let's go to Joe O'Hare comment that he put in the comments. He goes on for a really long time about a Raw that, you know, was probably a long time ago. So let's just skip to the question. All right. I was really happy to see that Kayfabe isn't dead to everyone and really enjoyed someone caring about protecting the business. What are your thoughts on the death of Kayfabe and how workers lost respect for it? This is very interesting. I think the internet has killed Kayfabe and everything. Just pro wrestling cries about it more. I know Joe does stand-up comedy. Joe is fucking huge, by the way. Like, I'm like, oh, let me see. He says he's a comedian. I'm going to check him out. The first thing I think about is, like, holy fuck, I'm going to laugh or he's going to kill me. It's like, goddamn, it's just imagine the cutest abyss ever telling jokes. You know, yeah, you're hilarious. Don't fucking kill me, sir. I don't know if that works for you. I mean, when you see a stand-up comedy, you're like, oh, there's a fucking skinny guy. There's a fucking fat, portly fucking dude. You know, that's like, if there was a build your own stand-up comedian, it's fucking fat and cute, skinny and mean. That's it. That's what you choose. I'm a stand-up comedian. Are you skinny or mean? Are you fat and cute? There's no other stand-up comedies. Oh God, I forgot. There's the Tumblr girls, but who fucking watches their act? Who is not trying to sleep with them? Send all hate mail to @LK Wrestling on Twitter.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, but no, when you're like a 9 foot tall fucking comedian, I always wonder like if that helps you. You know, like it's like, don't kill me, please don't kill me. Anyway, 9-foot tall comedian. I mean, I feel like I'm like, what if he tours in Tokyo? I'm dead. The kayfabe thing, even like stand-up comedy, magic, kayfabe movies, everything kayfabe has been killed. The difference is stand-up comedians adapted, magicians adapted, TV shows adapted, movies adapted. Everyone's adapted to the internet. You know, WWE and pro wrestling has fucking worried about protecting kayfabe so much, they make the music industry look progressive. Really, they do. And here's the problem. There's a kayfabe problem. And a YouTuber, I apologize for not knowing him. I hate when people say they don't steal stuff from me. I'm going to steal something from YouTube that it wasn't my original thing. But there's a huge kayfabe problem. Hopefully when you search YouTube search kayfabe problem, he's the first one that comes up. And this is the huge kayfabe problem. They only break kayfabe when they're in the ring. So when you get interviewed, you're like, no, pro wrestling's fucking real, blah, 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 ESPN, it's a sport, blah, 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 blah. And then when you get in the ring, you're like, this is fake, guys, get it? Triple H, wink, wink. It's fake. Like, if they did the opposite, where they had cared about kayfabe in that fucking ring and on that show, and then afterwards said, you know what, no, none of it's fucking real, then they wouldn't have a kayfabe problem. Saying something's real when you know it's not makes you fucking a lunatic. Oh, God, it was so hard not to follow that up with a religious joke. I'm going to give myself a Barrett Harv, which is just referencing a religious joke and not actually saying a religious joke. But don't worry, the joke wasn't about your religion, the other religions. God damn it, broke the record for quotes. But yeah, I just think, no, kayfabe is dead, and they're going about it wrong. Instead of making ESPN look like a fucking joke, why not just, I think David Copperfield. I love David Copperfield. I reference David Copperfield on pro wrestling shows more than fucking magic shows to reference David Copperfield. He's mastered kayfabe. He comes on the show and goes, this is just entertainment. It's not witchcraft, blah, blah, blah. First off, it's a great fucking pitch because it gets you into it. Like, oh, fuck, people thought this was real? You know this shit's going to be great. Then, in the show, magic is fucking real. When the show's over, he's like, oh, no, there's fucking tricks and stunts. Hope you enjoyed the show. And he fucking sells out arenas and does a great job, and that's one fucking dude. Okay, that's not fair. It's one dude on stage. You have fucking 97 fucking dudes on stage. Context is everything. I don't think kayfabe should be alive in this time and age. I honestly, and here's the thing too, do you honestly believe kayfabe, like in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s, in the 60s, in the 50s, do you think people were really that fucking dumb? They let themselves go and enjoy it. No one goes, oh, look, people are, every fucking month, I should get a goddamn subscription, but every month at the Tokyo Dome, I haven't been there in a while, so hopefully it's still there. At the Tokyo Dome, there's a Power Rangers. They have a different name in Japan. But there's a Power Rangers stunt show. And kids clap, and parents cheer. It's one of those shows that it is good on two levels. One, there's Power Rangers and cool stunts for the kids. And two, there's cool stunts for the adults. Like, these fuckers are really going absolutely crazy. And everyone in that small arena or whatever, theater, is clapping their asses off. Now, do you think there's someone that goes, the Power Rangers ain't real? Yeah, no shit, asshole. We're enjoying ourselves. No fucking shit, the Power Rangers ain't real. My fucking son knows that. He knows that since fucking 3 goddamn years old. People ain't that stupid. Like, I wish we could have a time machine. Like, I wish kayfabe was alive. And then just go to a 1962 random fucking year, huge main event in the Madison Square Garden, and pull the people aside and be like, did you really believe that? Like, dude, it's fucking entertainment, you fucking fool. Who gives a shit if it's real or not? Like, I don't think kayfabe, I think there wasn't people going, oh, I exposed the business, because I don't think people cared that much. Like, I think the people that cared about exposing the business eventually went into business. It's, like I love good stand-up comedy. I would never do stand-up comedy because it's difficult and it's a lot of fucking dedication to it. Good luck. I love really good street performances. I would never do it. I love magic. I would never do it. Now, granted, if someone says, hey, this is how it's done, I'm a little intrigued. But if I wanted to be a magician, that's how it'd be done. That's why, who fucking... I thought about doing a writer's podcast, but I was like, the only people that fucking watch writers' podcasts are fucking writers. You know what I mean? No one fucking gives a fuck. Do you give a fuck? Random fucking plug. Da Vinci Code? Do you give a fuck how that was written? No, you just entertained. But then people will break it down and all that. So, yeah. I think Kayfabe is dead in everything. I just think WWE is stupid about it. And not only that, but, like, you can't be like, oh, fucking, we have a problem with Kayfabe, and then Triple H goes, my friend Mark, It's like, no. Because here's the thing. When I go to sit down to watch a Marvel movie, when I go to sit down to watch stand-up comedy, when I go to sit down to watch David Copperfield, by the way, my whole mission in life is to get free tickets to David Copperfield for mentioning him on a million podcasts. Matter of fact, I might make a Koco Plays on my love for David Copperfield.
But Dave, people don't actually have to watch it, so I don't think you should put it on Koco Plays.
Really? On Thanksgiving? That's what you're going to bring? You're going to deliver that on Thanksgiving?
It's not Thanksgiving anymore. It's not Thanksgiving anymore, right? I missed the 27th, not the 26th.
Oh, yeah. It's been Friday for fucking ever here in Japan, too. But, yeah, I think they just have a huge kayfabe problem. All right. I think that's it because I think all the other questions would take a whole video. Oh, this is a good question. I'm going to save it for its own video. And if you have questions, put it down in the comments and we'll try to collect them up. All right. Let's see Twitter. At Joe O'Hare Comedy. Thank God he didn't want to kill me. It says, the size can help. Trick is moving away from using it as a crutch. Develop a persona that gets a lot of angles, not a one-dimension gimmick. All right. See, he took that seriously. I respect you, Joe. I thought it was going to come back. See, that's a professional right there. If it wasn't a professional, I'd be like, fuck off and die. When I see you in Japan, I'll murder you. Like, okay. No, real professional. Hopefully you take off, kid. All right.
Kid.
I don't know. He's fine. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. He's like 9'7", but he is young though. He's not old like me. It's like fucking. All right. I apologize. You were insulted by kid because you're 9'8". I just took it as I am fucking old. I am fucking old. By the way, I aged horribly. I put a link down in the doobly to our last Thanksgiving special. Go check it out. And that was like 3 years ago after, surgery, fucked up face. Whoa, sad story on Thanksgiving. After, all that. And I still look way horrible. Like, I always said, hey, dude, I'm ugly and old because, fucking my face, it got punched and I fell. Like, so I had my excuse. But then I looked, I am getting fucking uglier, folks. It's only been like 3 years since that fucking Thanksgiving video. Holy shit, dude. In like 10 years, I'm going to be like the fucking Crypt Keeper. Back to audio podcast it is. All right. There we go. Thanks, Joe. Keep being awesome, pal. Check out Koco Plays at PWME. Someone like I was talking, I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to an employee like, oh, PWME is not as successful as I want it to be, And I was like, well, at least it ain't Koco Plays. On this Thanksgiving day, sign up for Koco Plays. You can ask me anything. It's kind of like Stump the Idiot, but it's only for you. All right. Let's see. Oh, cool. I just got some good news. Good news for me. Bad news for the channel. I might be getting a paid gig on YouTube soon. So I don't know how much I could say or not say, but it has nothing to do with pro wrestling. So good chances, just like Koco Plays, none of you will come and watch it. All right. Enough making fun of Koco. Let's make fun of LK. You live in the UK, and your name's LK. I got nothing. I'm not a comedian. Franielli says, I'm still waiting to find out how the heck you scored with your wife. Well, sir, you got to watch Koco Plays. Maybe I'll have to do that.
That could be the biggest draw in the history of the world. You could do the Koco's.
I'm like the David Otunga of getting one Asian girl. And like even my wife, she's so humble. She's like, I'm not that good looking. And I'm like, that's not the point, honey. I'm very ugly. Do the joke. We're all adults here. No need to get butthurt about a joke. Yeah. All right. Boop, boop. Okay. Oh, well, that's kind. Sure. I'll answer that. All right, this will be the last question of the night. It has more to do with YouTube business stuff and my thoughts. So, like, comment, subscribe now, because usually when we get off wrestling, you guys are like, "What the fuck is this? Koco Plays?" Oh man. How many subscribers? Okay, this is the thing. Koco Plays will be the brunt. I'm a writer, novelist, published novelist. Koco Plays will be the fucking. We will make fun of Koco Plays until we get so many subscribers. How many subscribers do you think we need for Koco Plays not to be the butt of all jokes?
I just think it should always be the butt of all jokes. It could be the go-to, like if it's ever.
Well, I mean, like if Koco Plays takes off and there's more subscribers than KocoSports, we still make fun of it.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like the Meg of our YouTube community.
It'll be like watching Barry Horowitz, and then he gets that big win. You still take the piss out of him anyway.
I love Barrett Horowitz. Barrett Horowitz is straight up shoot. My first radio gig in America. Okay, that's not true. My first radio gig in America, not Hawaii. Oh, my Hawaiian friends are gonna hate me. My first mainland gig was with a wrestling show with Shannon Rose. Shannon Rose is the greatest guy in the world that you will always hate. That's you will love and hate him at the same time. I have no idea how he's mastered that. I love Shannon Rose. With that said, I fucking absolutely hate Shannon Rose. He's that crazy personality. Like, I don't understand how you can love and hate someone so much at the same time. But you can. Meet Shannon Rose. And Barry Horowitz. And he was like the fucking coolest fucking cat ever. Greatest guy ever. Barry Horowitz is one fucking cool dude. And then I became a promoter, and like I was like, I don't mean to brag, but I was like a fucking big deal. And I was like, you know what? I want to fucking book Barry Horowitz. And Barry Horowitz was like, no, I don't wrestle anymore. And it fucking broke my heart. There's two wrestlers that I wanted to as a promoter to book, and they're not even big names because like once you made it booking, you can fucking book anyone. Yeah, once you've built an audience, you can like start going mad with Vince McMahon. But I always wanted to book Barry Horowitz in a title run, and I always wanted to book Scoot Andrews as the greatest human being ever to live. And here, on Thanksgiving, do me a favor. Find out. If you don't know who Scoot Andrews is, find out who he is. Because there was a time where Scoot Andrews, Christopher Daniels? I don't know why I fucking stuttered there. That's his name. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Yeah, that's why. It sounded weird without the Fallen Angel part. And AJ Styles were just fucking tearing it up on the East Coast of Indies. And, Scoot retired right before AJ and Christopher Daniels took off. And it always broke my heart because he was just as amazing.
What's his name again?
He's called the Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews. He was on the first Ring of Honor card ever. Scoot, like your dog scoots across the thing. I'm not really fucking selling this guy at all. But he was one of my favorite fucking indie wrestlers that never made it. And if you guys could check it out, that'd be awesome. Joe Harris says, I'm 19, but I've been doing comedy for 8 years. LOL, kid is applicable. All right, good. Thank you. 19, man, that's awesome. Like, that's it. That's when you know you're old. When someone says I'm 19, you're just like, that's awesome. Bravo. That's when you know you're old. Like, you're just like, wow, you're young. I'm old. I'm going to have to retire. I'm going to have to retire from yelling about wrestling to fucking no one watch me on Koco Plays. If you don't like Koco Plays jokes, I don't think you're going to enjoy the future of KocoSports.
To be fair, I typed that Scoot Andrews in on the Twitter machine. I don't think he has a Twitter.
Oh, no. He's old school, bro. This is like, he fell off the face of the earth right before the internet was made. Okay, none of that is true.
You'll be shocked. He was talked about 4 days ago. Like, he's still quite talked about.
Because he's the greatest fucking human being ever.
The Black Nature Boy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think he wrestles every now and then, but he wouldn't wrestle for me. Like, I not of that, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It ain't my money. Because once you're successful enough, it's not your money. It's someone else's money. And it was like my last show ever. And I wasn't paying for anything. Everything was paid for. I'm like, dude, fuck this. I'm done. So I just had this fucking huge show. I had Tyson Tomko, great guy. D'Lo Brown, great guy who used to hate me. He doesn't hate me anymore, but he fucking used to hate me. He probably doesn't even know who I am. Thank you, D'Lo. Billy Gunn when he wasn't WWE cock in mouth. And it was a great fucking show. And I just remember, I'm like, dude, this is my last show ever. I was really sick. Matter of fact, thank you, Hack Myers, for running the back. I didn't even run the back. That's when you know I was sick. I was like, this is my show. Here, Hack, run the back. And I was like, I'll just fucking give all the money to Scoot Andrews to come out and be a manager. And Scoot said no. And I was like, you know what, Scoot? You break my heart. Matter of fact, here it is. Indie Challenge. Scoot Andrews versus Barry Horowitz. I tip my hat to you, indie promoters. Make it the fuck happen, folks. It might have happened in a South Florida Fed. I don't know. Because, Bobby Rogers used to be a promoter. Anyway, last question of the night. Last question of the night. It gives us a lot of compliments. I don't want to read the compliments because then I'll start blushing and say thanks. But thank you for the kind words. And he asked why we don't ask for money and we just give this away for free. Well, first off, funny story. One time, Incline Posse, everyone on my staff thinks we should have a membership area. Everyone on my staff thinks we should fucking ask for money on, what is it called when you ask for money?
I think there's right. What everyone say, right? I think.
No, hold on. Before we do, what is the actual website called? Like you always hear it. You're like, oh, if you want to help me support Patreon, right? Patreon.
Patreon, and there's another gimmick called Twitch, which I know a few of the wrestling shows do, where you can donate like $1 or $2 during live shows. Twitch.
All right. Yeah, I think that's for video games and shit. But yeah, but here's the thing. I'm old. Like, I'm old and I'm self-employed. I've been self-employed since, granted, I still teach. I still have side jobs. Like, it's so funny. My wife's like, no, you don't have a job, Dave. That's a hobby that pays you. But most of my income comes from self-employed stuff. And I never took out a business loan. I never asked for money. As a matter of fact, I never got government assistance except for one thing, and that was the GI Bill. And I thought that was justified considering I was a machine gunner. And I paid into it, so I thought it was justified. But I just never asked for money. So I'm old, and even that, like writers, they're like, oh, I'm going to write a book and then ask for Kickstarter. I'm like, the fucking book's made. Just fucking put it up. So I'm really old, and that's what hurts me in the comic book industry. I don't know. I just feel weird asking for money. I'm just old. But everyone's like, oh, you should ask for money. It's a big thing on YouTube now. Because let me tell you, the Google AdSense, it's kind of like you're doing it to, be like, I don't know why we're doing it. There's no justification. You're just like, I'll put an ad here, I'll put an ad there. Fuck it. There's really no justification to doing it. Why do I do it? I don't know. It's like a dream. Like one day these ads will pay off, but that's not true. But anyway, it actually is horribly true. But I don't know. I feel it to be weird. And I support people that do it. It's like a lot of my friends do Kickstarters and all that. But I'm just like, make the product, then ask for the money. And to me, I always saw this as like a hangout. Like, right now we're all hanging out at a pro wrestling bar just shooting the shit. Then I'm going to ask for admission to hang out with us? No. But I don't know. I think it's weird because I'm old. But LK is it's acceptable.
I see this in two ways. Either you have a membership area I think is a bit different. Like a membership area is a lot different to going on there and say, look, because I'm giving you this show, you pay me. Basically asking for. I think that's a bit different to saying, look, I'll produce all this content for you. I'll produce all of this content for you, and you become a member. You get all of this, all of that. I think that's a bit. I think what makes the difference is the way you word it.
Okay.
For instance, right now, become an LK VIP member for 50 pence per month. Okay. The difference is between that and, hey, look, I'm giving you this content now. If you enjoy the show, you please just give me money. There's a difference in how you word it. what I'm trying to get at?
Gotcha.
And the difference with the donate and a membership area is membership area, you pay your membership money, and then you get the content that you pay for. Whereas with a donate button, you could donate £10. You might just get a thank you from the podcaster. Whereas with the VIPs, like I fucking adore the VIP members. You see what I'm getting at? And you build you build a relationship with your VIP members. Whereas when you
like I do with Koco Plays.
Yeah, you have an intimate, and I mean physical, intimate relationship with every member who is subscribed to Koco Plays.
Yeah, well, there's the I Am Moon. I think Franielli, and the thing is, the best part about Franielli is I'm pretty sure the only reason he subscribes is because I begged him. Like, come on, Franielli.
I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed to Koco Plays.
How many have you watched?
I was tempted to watch one today because I saw in brackets it said Paris incident. Okay,
yeah,
so
that was a tough topic to talk about.
So I was like, do I want to? I was on the way home and I was like, shall I give that a watch? And then I saw Vince Russo above podcast. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I clicked it to give you a view, and then I scrolled off.
I don't know what's worse: choosing another podcast or choosing that it was Vince Russo. Like, if you're like, oh, the new JonTron came out today, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, hey, dude, it is the new JonTron.
Still clicked it for the views. I still helped a brother out. You know?
Oh, great! Now YouTube is gonna fucking ban us for a huge fucking Koco Plays conspiracy. Anyway, yeah, maybe one day, but I don't know. I appreciate it. I mean, you can always buy a shirt. My big thing is I'm gonna Gary Vaynerchuk this. I'm gonna give away all this content for free, and then hopefully you buy my really bad book so that my publisher will publish another book. I should have sales pitched that better. Take two. My idea is I'll give away all this free content, and then my book that has nothing to do with okay, there's a little pro wrestling in it, but take three. I'm gonna give away all this free content, and you'll buy my book and be like, wow, I'm gonna support you. And then my publisher's like, wow, you got a huge following, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And she's like, here's a fucking 27 book deal, and now you can fucking podcast for the rest of your day because you haven't fucking written anything new in like 12 years. Yeah. Now the best part about fucking like writing is like I fucking had this huge plan to be a writer. But, like, I never fucking gave away my shit. Like, I was like, oh, no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. So, like, I'm sitting on, like, 60 novels. So, like, I was like, she's like, oh, well, yeah, it takes about a year to get a novel out. How many do you have? I'm like, I got, like, 60. She's like, what do you do? I'm like, I just wrote novels on the side. She's like, these are really good. You should publish them. I'm like, well, yeah, now I'm doing it. She's like, no, most people publish them after they have one book. No one has 60 books in the can. I was like, well, no, that's a little sarcasm there, but sadly there is a lot of truth to that. Any nuts, I think that's it, brother. Happy Thanksgiving, even though you don't celebrate it on your islands.
Yeah, you too, I guess, whatever that means. I don't get what it... I don't know why it hasn't caught on over here. It was just a normal day today. Like, I didn't hear anyone say Happy Thanksgiving. Nothing. Just
yeah. Well, I think it's just an American exclusive holiday. Like, that's exclusive downloadable content. It is. Thanksgiving is Americans. That's the membership area.
They American VIP members.
Yeah. So, and it's weird because like people ask me all the time, like, "Hey, what do you do for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, I go on Facebook and tell people Happy Thanksgiving, and then go to work. Like it's been a fucking 7-year tradition. Now we did Thanksgiving one year because my wife's like, "Oh, we want to do this American holiday." I'm like, "We don't have to, We don't have to. It's just us. We don't have to do Thanksgiving." And she's like, "No, I want to do Thanksgiving." And she cooked and she did all the stuff. And then she looked at it and it was just me and her with this fucking great, because my wife's a great, wonderful cook. She actually went to university in UK to learn how to cook. And she's a wonderful cook. Like, could probably open up her own restaurant. And she looked and it was just me and her watching a Lions game and this fucking huge feast. And she's like, "We're never doing this holiday again." And I was like, right on. Right on, because it was like right when we moved to Florida. We didn't even have our furniture or nothing. We had this huge feast because she was bored. And she's like, "Fucking Thanksgiving is stupid." And I'm like, "Yeah, we get to watch football."
You see, every Sunday, the English tradition is every Sunday at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., the whole family comes around and you have a roast dinner. You see, that's every Sunday. So judging on what Thanksgiving is,
Whoa, Joe Harris subscribed on Koco Plays, sir. That's all that fucking matters. See? I don't ask for money. I ask you to watch me play RBI baseball badly while talking about stuff that I probably should not be talking about. Okay.
Look, why can't you lot subscribe to the LK VIP memberships, you bastard? If you can subscribe to Koco Plays, come on, you son of a bitch. 50 pence, that's like 60 cents a month. And you're going to get, if you enjoy this show, imagine getting 1 daily, 2 daily. Like I'm uploading this week's Ring of Honor review.
Koco Plays is supposed to be daily. And I kid you not, it comes out like every 15 days.
This is daily. There's no bullshit about this. Dave caught me just as I was finishing recording the Ring of Honor review. 45 minutes talking Ring of Honor. That's nearly as long as the show. Like, come on. I
gotta start watching Ring of Honor more. Ring of Honor slipped through the cracks. Like, it's so weird. I stopped watching TNA because of Matt Hardy. And for some reason, I'm like, well, if I'm not watching TNA, I'm not gonna watch Ring of Honor. And it, like, I don't know. It doesn't justify in my head. It's like 1 + 1 = I'm lazy. I'm too busy Koco Plays it. Anyway, subscribe to Koco Plays. Check out LK's PWME VIP area. Sign up for ProWrestling.me. We're trying to build a community, help people out. And check out KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. And is there anything else we have to plug? BoomBoomandStockings.net. I'm going to keep saying that until someone makes it. We might not be famous, but I figured if we have a strong internet infantry, and if we keep saying BoomBoomandStockings.net over and over and over, someone will buy it. And it better be not like to just a regular site. It better be to like something amazing. BoomBoomsandStockings.net. Yeah, because if we were Joe Rogan, you know that website would have been made by now.
I didn't get that UFC joke.
Oh, Joe Rogan has a podcast, and he's really popular.
Okay. I don't follow mixed martial arts as much as I should.
But Joe Rogan talks about more stuff than just that. It's actually a pretty good podcast. I like the Joe Rogan podcast. It actually very little about MMA, because he's also a stand-up comedian. Okay. I don't know, and it's weird, because a lot of people either love or hate Joe Rogan.
Is this the commentator guy?
Yeah. But he's also a stand-up comedian. He's an actor. I don't know how good of an actor he is, but he's an actor. And he has his own podcast, and it's like really famous podcast.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be the most famous podcast in the world, but I'm just talking out of my ass because I don't pay attention to podcasts. I'm just randomly making up stats now. Welcome to KocoSports. 91% of people watch. That was a political joke. You can get more of those at Koco Plays. Or was it 96%? I'm fucking up my own political jokes. Moving on. I think that's it. My son wants a hug, so I think that's the end of the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna make a special Koco Plays. That's it. I'm gonna make it tonight, baby. It's gonna be Koco Plays. It's going down. And LK, you better watch this episode.
I will.
Anyway.
I want to shout out for the VIP on there, right? Because the thousands of people that'll be watching that show.
Really? You're gonna kick me when we're down. We're gonna kick me when you're down. Wasn't it like 2 podcasts ago? You're like, no, dude. Young people are good friends. They wouldn't kick you, and I'm down like, dude, you would super kick me in a second.
Friendly banters.
Oh, that hurts. It cuts me deep, okay? I can take being fat. I can take being ugly. These are things I've accepted. Koco Plays being a complete, utter failure, I have not accepted yet. It still fucking hurts. I have to do some Zen stuff.
See, people support this man and Koco Plays. Look what this man's turning into. He's turning into a mess. Bless his cotton socks.
All right. I really got to go. I'm going to go hang out with my kid and play Mario Party. All right. With that, I am over.